and we are back on the WHHI-TV Daily News. With me now is Andy Nix, and he is the Center Director and Supervisor for the Cross Counseling Center. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about the center. It's relatively new in that it opened in January. So kind of give us a little bit of the history, why you opened it, that kind of thing.
Well, a long story short is that I retired from the Army in May of 2021, and my family and I had been living south of Savannah in Richmond Hill since about 2015, and we had to live there because I had to be at both Fort Stewart and Hunter and Savannah. But when I retired, we didn't have to live in Savannah or Georgia pretty much anymore. My wife and daughter were attending school in Savannah, but we wanted to come back to South Carolina. My wife and I both grew up in South Carolina, and we wanted to return to the Lowcountry.
Okay.
So in March of last year, we moved here to Bluffton, and we started attending Church of the Cross. And the rector there, Father Owens, he and I have known each other for almost 40 years because he was the headmaster of the school that we attended all the way through graduation. He calls me one day in August and says, "Andy, I want you to build me a counseling center. I want you to run it. I want you to direct it, do everything. Here's the resources, just make it work." So in September of last year, that was the kind of edict I got. And here we are now with a counseling center and 2 therapists and clients all over the place, and it's a great place.
Well, how exciting. Well,
yes.
Thank you for your service, first of all. You have to mention that. So let's talk a little bit about the fact that it is associated with Church of the Cross, but you do not have to be a member of the church. You don't even have to have a specific faith in order to attend the counseling center. Is that correct?
That is all true.
Yeah.
Our focus is the community as a whole. I mean, right now, between a quarter and a third of our clients have no affiliation with the church, have no affiliation with the school, and I think most of them have no real faith of their own. So yeah, we're definitely open to anyone in the congregation. We seek to serve Bluffton as a whole.
As a whole. And tell us a little bit about the services that you do offer.
We see individuals, we see couples, we see families. We have clients as young as 7, 8, 9, 10 years of age, and we go much higher than that. I won't speak any of the ages of some of our clients we have, but we go well into the 70s and 80s. Our specialty really is going to be kind of trauma-based because that's what a lot of people are seeing, but we also care for anxiety and depression. We look into marital conflicts and relationships. We look at transitions in life. You know, a high school senior graduating and going off to college in Columbia or Alabama. There's a great deal of stress and trauma associated with those things. So we can work with pretty much anything that comes in that's not overly specific. And if I makes sense.
It does make perfect sense. And let's talk a little bit about your availability, you know, how to schedule an appointment, how often do people come to see you? Is it kind of a once a week thing? Is it once a month thing? Is that geared based on what the client needs?
I generally like to see clients every week for the first 3 or 4 sessions, and the reason for that is just building the rapport, building the relationship, and kind of getting an understanding of what the client needs from me as their therapist. Right now we have 2 therapists on staff, and we're adding a 3rd one in September, and we have availability as early as this week, even tomorrow, I believe, for the 2 of us. And the easiest way to get in touch with us is our website is crosscounseling.org, and there's a request counseling, request contact with us. You can call our phone or our email, and we can set something up generally within 24 hours.
And I think sometimes for people, you know, lots of people have been in therapy for years and years and years, and they're used to it and it works for them. Other people, I think, we've only got about 30 seconds, and I know it's kind of a broad question, but other people might be a little bit more nervous getting into it. They haven't done it before. How do you ease them into that process? Well,
it's exactly what you said, is that many people have been struggling with mental health for a long time. And the reality is we very rarely understand the battle that everyone else is going through.
Right.
What we do is we sit with them, we listen, we don't judge, but we seek to love them in the best way we can and understand them and assist them in the trauma they're going through.
Yeah, well, it's such an important service, so thank you for opening the center. We appreciate it, and thank you for being here today to share about it.
Thank you for this opportunity. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. And we'll be back with more, so stay with us.